Hey, welcome to week 5 of the Schools Out Middle School League at Romancing the Stones. Yeah, we're in the 5th round of our league here, so tonight we're going to showcase some of the top matchups. We have Sam Crowlow versus Luke Cooker tonight. I hope I'm not butchering either of those names too much. Sam, I believe, is 4-0, so he's one of our 3 undefeated. Luke is 3-1, so he's got the pair up. Should be pretty intense. Tweety, do you remember what these guys are on?
Yeah. Looks like we're going to be having a lot of survival of the fittest tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But this is Cephalid Breakfast versus Landstill, which seems like a classic matchup.
Yeah, I think it should be interesting. I had the 4-channer, I guess, misfortune for the loss of playing against Sam in one of our earlier leagues. I think he seems like a pretty proficient combo player. Well, I guess when he sent it to me, he called it full English break. I don't know.
Yeah. That's the right name. That's the right name. I don't even want to pretend like I know about that deck. That deck, like, is interesting to me. Like, I was looking at the list, and I know that there's probably like a million things I'm missing, but like, it has Cabal Therapy main deck instead of Duress, which I'm sure has something to do with rearranging the graveyard. Or I don't know. Maybe you just lead with Dork every single time, so it doesn't matter if you're playing like Mesmeric Fiend and then Cabal Therapy. But I don't know. It's an interesting deck.
It's a survival Walrat shapeshifter deck.
And the Landstill list is hilarious. Like, first of all,
I love it. Landstill features some real bangers. Chroma's Vengeance as a one of in there.
I mean, that card is insane. And I've like so many times I've wanted that card in my deck, or I've been in a situation where I've been like, what would be the perfect card? Chroma's Vengeance.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for viewers who don't know Chroma's Vengeance, I believe it's 4 white sorcery, destroy all creatures, enchantments, and artifacts. And I think it has cycling, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it definitely has cycling. I mean, this list is crazy. I mean,
yeah,
it's playing accumulated knowledge, which I'm starting to appreciate more. Like, I understand that like Impulse is so good because you're trying to find an answer, but like sometimes you just need gasoline. Accumulated knowledge is good, but like the rest of the cantrips in this list are just so crazy. He's playing 2 Factor Fiction,
but what else?
And then he's got a 1 of Impulse, a 1 of Opt, like just a bunch of 1-ofs, including my favorite on here is he's playing 1 Treachery.
Oh man, I missed that.
So like, if that card decides a game, I might have to freak out on stream. But I can't imagine. I can't imagine that's gonna happen. But yeah, this is. I mean,
I took this out earlier. He also has a Womb Shards, which seems pretty cool.
Yeah, that card's great.
Rat Shapeshifter deck. Yeah, that's a much better out than Plow in cases like that. I think Sam could reasonably play around Swords to Plowshares, but Gift effects are going to be tough for him.
It's just So
it should be an interesting night.
I mean Landstill players are like a rare breed, and like I'm not like a land. I would play Landstill, like it plays into my style of play, but like this list is so wild. I'm kind of curious, like how he ended up here with this like cantrip suite and these spells.
I'm happy that he did.
No, it's sweet.
Landstill, but the spice is maybe sometimes going to be. You expect it to be limited to these decisions, like, oh, do I want to play Impulse or do I want to play Accumulated Knowledge?
So
that he's
like Impulse has been
configuration.
Impulse is always great, but like there's definitely been times where my opponent has had Accumulated Knowledge, and I've been annoyed, right? Because they'll just like see 3 of them in the first 20 cards, and you're just like, there's nothing you can do about it. So obviously accumulated knowledge is insane with intuition, but I don't know. It's just hard running that card over impulse, in my opinion. But maybe I just need to play with both of them more.
Just because, to me, accumulated knowledge has like a very similar role to the card standstill, and I don't know that you need to have this huge quantity of card advantage engines like that as opposed to selection. But you know, I've never played Landstill, and I'm currently 2 and 3 in this league, so I can't really.
Oh my God! Come on. I mean, this is an interesting matchup.
Sam Field looks pretty interesting. He has notably 4 main deck Mesmeric Fiends.
That seems really good.
I imagine has to be helpful here. Yeah, it seems strong. I mean, he could even theoretically win by beatdown. My daughter is Ivy.
I mean, we could talk about the sideboards later, but
we can't hear her. Don't worry.
I mean, this build is pretty wild. Now, full English breakfast is a little bit outside of my wavelength, but I'm curious to see what happens. Like, if I had to guess, I would feel like this is good for standstill, but I might be completely wrong.
I'm inclined to agree with you, but I don't know. So, Sam's combo package here, he has the Devourer thing with Triskelion. He has a Chroma and Phage that he can turn his Walrath Shapeshifter into. And then he also he has, Cephalid Illusionist or whatever it's called. And Hypnox is another bat he can turn it into.
Right.
And then he has a variety of utility creatures like a Kabi Orangutan and Monk Idealist. He's got Squee and Genesis, Kyrian Ranger. He's got a Gilded Drake, which seems strong. And he also has one of Psychotog, which is cool.
I mean, Gilded Drake is terrible against the deck with no creatures in it, but yeah.
Oh, it's presumably a deck card. It's so cool to see the full package you could fit in here. And I mean, between 4 Mesmeric Fiends and 4 Cabal Therapy, he's got a lot of interaction while still also just having a pretty large amount of his deck dedicated to these toolboxy cards. It seems like Sam's deck should have a lot of play here.
Well, I hope so. I'd like to see a fair fight. Obviously, humility is a beating.
Humility is a tough one, yeah. And his only out to enchantments in the main deck is Monk Idealist, or Monk Real. I'm pretty sure does not beat humility, right? ETB effects don't trigger with a humility in play. So
correct.
He's just going to be on the discard plan. He's just open to therapy or Mesmeric out of his opponent's hand.
So it looks like Luke is on 6 and Sam is going to 5.
Well, I've done a poor job as a host, and I'm looking at the deck list on my phone and shuffle, so I don't know whether Mulling seems to be okay for Luke just with a standstill. He can just catch right back up.
Yeah, for sure.
I assume Sam doesn't really want to be doing this. Granted, again, on the flip side, you could always just mull into a hand that makes like a turn 2 survival, and that seems pretty good.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how good that is.
If you're Sam right now, are you thinking about humility? Do you expect your Landstill opponents to be playing it? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's always in the deck, but it's like not a card that you can ever be stressed out about because it's one of those things where it's like if they have it in their opening hand, you get it with the discard. If they topped it late, you're like, well, he got lucky or whatever. It's a really hard card to play around. So
the people in the chat are saying they can barely hear me.
You need to talk louder, Stu.
Yeah, I'll start shouting. It's a good thing my commentary hasn't been useful. So.
Oh my God. So it looks like Sam went to 6 as well.
They can't hear me as far as I know, but Stu, you're not coming through on OBS that I can see. I'm not seeing sound waves. So just make sure you're active.
See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. It's like a turn 1 Cabal Therapy is great, but
there you go, Stu. I see you now.
Wouldn't you rather it just be duress?
You can hear me now.
Here,
Here, I'm just gonna go like this.
Listeners,
we are shockingly, I was having an OBS issue. Hopefully, this is better.
Yeah,
I
agree with you.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Tweety. I think a duress would be much
Well,
stronger.
like I said before, I think that he wants to play dork on turn 1 every time, but I don't know. Still.
And we've got Ty saying
and we've got Ty saying better, but now I have echo. That's promising.
Yeah, curious also.
Tweety, curious.
I do, and there's 0 echo on my end. There's the survival turn 2. Oh, he top deck Force of Will. Woo!
Ooh, he rips the force.
I'm assuming Absorb is going away. Well, maybe it's AK. I don't know.
I feel like he would kind of want the AK here, but
I mean, it's a hard counter. I don't know. I think
but Sam being
Sam being on a Malta 4 or 5.
I think we lost Stu's feed.
Yeah, I got no Stu. So he went with the Absorb, which I think is probably fine. Though, I don't know, having a hard counter seems pretty strong in this matchup. He's not missing any land drops anytime soon. Man, if this is a turn 3 brick, that's pretty bad. Yep, there's the AK. See, this is why, I don't know. I feel like Absorb would be really good right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and join in and help you.
Yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
A little bit here, so.
You're fine. There's not a lot going on.
3 lands to play. Got Decree of Justice and
we already talked about the decks.
Yeah, I was listening.
Like, every time it goes, like, we're at a point in the game where it's like Sam needs action, and it's not Birds of Paradise. I guess he has Cabal Therapy, but still. Oh, what's this going to be? 3 mana special? There it is. So he needed a Mesmeric Fiend early, probably.
There's an echo in my mic. Yeah, there's some sort of
STP. Gross.
I'm not quite sure where that echo is coming from. If it's
There's the one of Opt.
This is a one of the Opt?
Yeah, he's playing a bunch of one of cantrips.
Huh.
Seems fine so far.
How many cards does Sam have in hand? Is that 2?
Can you still hear me, Nate? No. Okay. I'm not sure how many cards he has left. Trying to figure out.
It's from the quick booth update. We're having trouble getting Stu reconnected. I'll probably end up coming in and doing the commentary with you, Tweety. So I'm gonna actually ask you to open their OBSs. So
okay.
I can turn off the screen share.
Yeah, let me see what I can do here.
See if I can find a camera. I think I have one.
I mean, we're not really missing much. There's a whole lot of, it looks like, standstill going on.
There's standstill in play there?
Standstill in play there?
No, he's just doing the standstill thing.
Oops. There's me. Hi, everyone.
Right.
There's me. Hi, everyone.
Give me a second. Let me find the OBS.
Yeah, I'm not gonna turn off the thing
I'm
till
not
you're
gonna turn
ready.
off the thing till you're ready.
Okay.
Tweety and I are gonna talk about what it's like to be old. Oops. Oops. Oops, that's not how I spell my own name. There we go. There we go.
All right, hold up. I can't say anything, so you're in control right now. Trying to get these OBSs open.
I'm actually kind of surprised. My camera's working. Usually it chooses not to work.
Usually it chooses
all these
not
things
to
open.
work.
Okay, so what do we got here?
Okay, so what do we got here?
We're looking at is this a factor fiction resolving?
Factor fiction resolving.
Sam has one card in hand.
Sam has one card in
hand
hand.
in play.
A lot of mana in play.
So my guess is I would put those force of wills together, and then make Luke decide. Tweety, just mute their mute. Yep. Stop the screen share. We should suddenly have a ton of bandwidth back. Which should help everybody involved here. Looks like he did decide to keep the forces of will, which is really smart because he's got just straight up gas now. Just straight up gas now. He's got a way to win. He's got even if it's just an angel or soldier in play.
Right.
Missed that. Right. Anyone in the audience who can tell us if we're back to normal sounding, by the way, would be great. Thank God I'm wearing this cool Frio hat.
You're still echoing, Nate. I don't know if it's my. You join now?
Anyone?
Yeah, it does appear as though there's some sort of extra thing transmitting audio. We're going to try and find that and kill it like you would any sort of termite or roach. Anyway, sorry about all the technical difficulties, but we are seeing some pretty exciting stuff going on. We've now beaten through one force of will, looks like.
OBS, please work.
Anyone besides Ty hearing the echo? I see myself. Doesn't look like it yet. Okay. Whatever I deleted seemed to. We'll see if that works. Either way, I'm giving Sam some credit. All right. Sorry about the echo. I don't know what it is. This should be everything's off. Everything's off. But two things. That's muted. Okay, properties on this. Yep.
This thing hates me.
The Zoom should not be going out. That's the problem, because the desktop audio is off. Wow, a treachery? He just treachery the birds of paradise?
Oh my god, I'm missing the treachery.
Oh, are they not opening for you? I thought you could see them.
This is what I've been waiting for. No, I'm
okay,
having
we got
a
a treachery on birds of
paradise,
paradise, which is pretty anticlimactic.
Wow, it's still pretty exciting, I think.
Okay. What do we got here? I think we're just attacking in for. Looks like 2. Maybe those are angels. And that would explain pulling back the birds of paradise might be enough to just get through here.
Because he's gonna kill him with damage. Oh my god!
Ooh, what's happening now? I see we're tapping a Dust Bowl and a Fairy Conclave. Untapping the Fairy Conclave.
Alright, I will cast a standstill.
I got a standstill. Alright, now I'm hearing him.
Alright, I can see it.
Alright.
So, I mean,
Sam's untapping.
Given the board position, I mean, it seems like it's fine. Even though I was gone for a long time, it doesn't look like much has changed. So, Standstill's got board position and
one force with I don't know if he has a hand on that. I think he might, because I can kind of see him shuffling in the shadows.
I'm sorry?
I can see him shuffling his hand in the shadow. I don't see a hand.
Well, maybe that was revealed from something
That's
earlier.
what I'm thinking. Yeah, that's what I thought was left.
I mean, regardless, it looks like Sam's in like a really bad spot right now.
It does look pretty bad.
He doesn't even have his Bird of Paradise to attack for 0. Like, was that last stream when that was happening?
Maybe.
Here we got some Bird of Paradise attacks. Yeah, this is kind of what I presumed was going to happen, unless he had some sort of like exciting run-out draw where it was like turn 1 Dork, turn 2 Mesmeric Fiend with Cabal Therapy or something. I don't know. I mean, like this is not the greatest spot.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's got literally nothing. He's got the other guy's got a force.
Yeah.
The other guy's got a force. So what you need to do is start with some sort of duress. And then you gotta have another thing to do. You have to win pretty fast.
Well, he doesn't have duress, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, maybe let him go up to 7 and then try to resolve a Mesmeric Fiend. Hope you're going to hit your land drops, but...
Oh yeah, now there's a standstill. So yeah, even then, looking pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, there's not like an explosive way for him to get back in the game. I mean, the standstill deck is just built in a way where it lines up really well with this list. It's very paper. There's a rock.
Yeah. Tapping that Birds of Paradise, which I guess I forgot. Did also
exist. The Arena Altar counter spell. It's pretty sweet.
That's pretty.
It's got some beat scene with the wave. Man, hard counter the shapeshifter. Ugh. It's got to feel pretty gross because I'm assuming he's got Plow or something in his hand.
Yeah.
Wrath of God or. I mean, this just seems like an impossible battle at this point.
On the other hand, how many turns is it going to take? You might as well just try. You
might as well just try.
I mean, he's looking at the deck, I guess.
That's a new thing that I've actually started doing that I haven't done in a while. Or I've taken sort of out of my game, which was just like, yeah, like I know I'm beat, I'm not. It's not like it's going to take me turns and turns to die. Like they've got a board presence there. It's not like when you control has you in a lock, and you have to make that decision about conceding early just because you don't want to, because you know you're not going to win, but they can't kill you.
Sure.
But if you know that it's like 3 or 4 turns, you're like, well, I'm just gonna let him just make him do it at this point, and then
I don't know. I feel like this has been in the scoop phase for a while.
Well, he's taking a look. What's that? Is that a dismantling blow there? Or is that an abolish? That's a wing shard.
Yeah, wing shards and decree and
wing shard.
White border counterspell.
The storm. It's a storm. Sacrifice. Spell. That's very interesting. I wonder what the impetus was.
That card is sweet.
It's good against Morphling. Yeah, against Morphling.
I mean, it's good against a bunch of cards, but yeah, it's good against Morphling. It's good against Shapeshifter.
Well, I'm just trying to think. There's not a lot of like Shroud or anything that you can't.
Yeah, but even hitting Shapeshifter is because there's shenanigans that they do with their Shapeshifter, right? So
it's almost like it's almost like misdirection and stuff too. If you have that, because it has to be an attacking creature.
Yeah, I mean, it's just another master
doesn't
spell.
actually work because a
little bit one-sided, but God, this is grossness happening. I'm sure Woodrow is excited somewhere.
Woodrow is in chat, so maybe he is excited.
But yeah, this is how you draw it up. Kind of curious about the sideboard plans, honestly.
Yeah, we had planned to have Stu on, obviously, so I didn't actually look at any of the decks.
Another decree under standstill.
Yeah, there's your clock though. It's just again, like, what do you lose?
Yeah,
what do you
Lewis
care?
Factory. We're looking at a
Factory and a Conclave.
7. He's at 11. Yeah, this is good games. Good games here, boys.
2 turns.
2 turns.
Your
2 turns until you actually die. You're right.
Your opponent messing up is always an out.
I don't think that's an out here, but yeah, that's true.
I attacked my opponent on turn 2 the other day. I was playing Legacy Online for like 17. And they could kill me on the crackback. They just scooped. They didn't count. They just looked at the big numbers and they scooped. So your opponent screwing up is always an out.
I mean, I agree with you.
That might have been on the stream that I did.
There are many situations where you play to your opponent's mistakes, but I don't feel like this is.
Oh yeah. But on the other hand, this is only 2 turns.
But
this is still game.
Yeah. And there it is. We have entered scoop phase.
Right. Now you're happy? Giving up.
Well, I would not say that I'm happy, but I mean, I think he played it maybe like a couple turns. You could have scooped, but I don't know. That first standstill was pretty brutal. After you crack that, it's going to be really, really hard to come back. So, I mean, there's not a lot of action for either player out of the board.
With decks like these, it's always like that, though, right? Because this is like, these are stock list versus stock list, assuming that you're going to see these decks in the tournament.
Kinda, but I feel like at least with the breakfast deck, it has like a very mid-rangey sideboard, and like I get that that's like a common theme when it comes to survival, but it's like he's got 2 duress. And then, I mean, maybe Emerald Charm, but Emerald Charm seems like really bad because it's only good against Humility, and it's like, I don't know if it's worth sideboarding a card in for 1 card that you could just duress other hand. But, I don't know, maybe if the game's going late.
You don't want to play the mid-range game, by the way. Of course, you do not want to against the control deck. You will not make it. You need to...
It's similar in the Landstill deck. It's almost like the Landstill sideboard I keep looking for Enlightened Tutor, but it's not there because it's got a bunch of one ofs. But I mean, it has 2 Tormod's Crypts, which seem great, obviously.
Yep, just something they can't beat, and then you just put it into play for free.
I mean, their position is already really strong. That I don't know. I think you're probably assuming that your opponent's going to bring in a lot, and the breakfast deck just doesn't really have a lot of action after sideboard, unfortunately. I'm gonna try and bring it up one more time and look at it.
Okay, I'm looking at. I actually found it. So let's see. What do we got here? The sideboard.
Oh, here it is. Yeah.
COP red.
So I looked at the sandstone.
Yeah, I don't need any of this stuff. Bring in Tormod's Crypt. Bring in the extra humility. Brand Foundry is also Graveyard Hate. If you need it, make it reshuffle. That's not great against survival, though, so never mind.
But looking at the breakfast list, it's just got a bunch of other mid-rangey dudes in it. There's nothing seriously anti-control coming out of the sideboard, especially for this matchup. I mean, it's just duress, and I mean he's probably playing duress for combo lists, but yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty concerned about this matchup for the breakfast deck. I mean, the deck just seems like it has a hard time with any kind of controlling build in the first place.
Well, survival is there to feast on your sort of aggro non-blue decks, right? Not that there's aggro blue decks in this format the same way there is in Legacy, but you want to see a Jackal pop so you can just get a survival into play, and you're gonna try not to. Hopefully, they don't have a crazy god hand, and then you just win. Right. Same thing. Even a rock deck, where you're just kind of I'm gonna get survival into play. They're not gonna stop me from doing that. Sam does in fact have duress, yes.
Yeah, he has 2 duresses.
But now when you're playing against the deck that has 4 force of will, number of counter spells. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know what's causing the echo. I can't figure it out. Unless one of us is too close to the mic.
There's still an echo?
We have an echo on the stream side, which might be from our headphones bleeding into the speaker, or bleeding into the microphone. It's the only thing I can think of. But everything else is
everything is muted on my end.
But yeah, I think that's.
I even shut everything down. I have no idea what's going on anywhere except for the OBS, and they're both muted. So, but yeah, it's like survival night at Romancing the Stones on Twitch. We got this breakfast deck, which is super commonplace, and then we get Andrew's list, which is super interesting to me because it's mid-range survival, but it has Force of Will. They can play Force of Will. It's pretty sweet. But I still think that, I don't know. I feel like these control lists, it's that they are made to deal with survival.
Yep. It's the premier combo deck of the format, control beats combo.
Yeah. So,
and this is the old time magic. Aggro beats.
I'm waiting to see a survival be in play against the control list and just take over the game. I have yet to see that yet. I'm sure it happens, but I just haven't seen it personally. Well, it seems to me like the survival either gets countered or the survival is dealt with quickly, and then they just got a bunch of weird dudes, with a beatdown plan, and it's not very high quality, but I don't know. Looks like they're both mulliganing.
A lot of mulligan actually.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate fact about the game of Magic.
Well, survival's got to think.
Yeah.
Horrible mana base.
Yeah, it's so bad.
It's one of those things where it's 50% of the time it works every time. You're gonna draw your opening set, and sometimes they're I can't lose. I've just got it. I've got a turn two survival. I got like a duress and then a survival, or I got a birds of paradise and a survival and activation with squee or something like.
It looks like he's taking another mulligan. Yeah, I wish there was like, I wish the deck just had like some sort of explosive creature in it that, you know, could take over the game and it wasn't like some weird combo piece. I mean, I'm sure that's probably the case, and there's like a million people in chat like saying that there is.
Oh yeah, I forgot when I got. Yeah, I forgot when I turned off the screen
that card, but
the chat is mostly just
complaining about what?
Chat's mostly just complaining about my production, not being able to get back up. I cannot figure out what's going on there, so I'm just going to give you more of Sam's camera. There we go.
Yeah, I'm at this point in my Magic career where like I don't ever want to draw like a Bird of Paradise ever. I don't know. It's just like
you don't want to draw one like in general.
No,
like,
I don't want to ever. I don't ever want to draw one. Like I don't ever want to play a game of Magic and draw a Llanowar Elf or a Bird of Paradise ever again.
I love that
for the rest of my Magic life. I'm just like, I just can't do it.
I love a good turn. I love a good turn one dude. You know, and then turn.
I mean, turn one dudes are great, but I know what happens when I play Magic, and that is like a turn 12 draw.
Yeah,
I was like,
that's true. That's why you got to figure out. You got to do things to stop that. You know, your Sylvan Library.
I mean, I guess, but
I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking about. I got to rebuild my old school deck. I took it apart a while ago. I'm kind of just thinking about.
I'm just like the standstill player where I'm just like I'm just over creatures probably. Period.
I played a control deck in the league, and I was on a tear when it started. Then the wheels came off in rounds 3 and 4. So there you go.
There it is. Turn 1 bird.
He's looking for this though. He's looking for turn 1 acceleration, and maybe he's gonna have
Mesmeric Fiend and Cabal Therapy on turn 2. Ugh.
Oh, man, yeah, that's not good. That's a pretty sweet. Crypto. Is that?
Yeah. So I actually used to have a foil Crypt from Time Shift, but the guy I sold almost all my unlimited power to wanted to take back part of the trade like a couple weeks later, and that was one of the cards he wanted. I was like, oh, I just happen to have these, but no, I just have regular Tormod's Crypts. Back to
we take it here.
There's his one of Impulse. I mean, I think he has to take Humility. That's why you play Duress, right? It's like that card just beats him. I mean, there's no white mana to play, but I can't imagine that are in his hand either. Oh, he picks Plow. That's interesting. Maybe he has Cabal Therapy or Mesmeric Fiend. Oh.
Well, you got the survival. That's half the battle, right? It is now resolved.
Yeah, and he obviously bricked on a land. He put in Dust Bowl in play.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying draw planes.
Yeah, so this might be the game that I said I never see, where survival just runs away with it. I don't know.
Well, it was aggressive mulligan was the choice there.
Yeah.
So what does he have? Monk Realist? Monk Idealist?
Yeah, I think he has Monk Realist. He might have the green dude too, but hold on. He has Monk Realist for sure.
That Impulse is the card he drew?
No, he had Impulse in his hand when he duressed him.
Okay, yeah, I thought that was something else.
And it's a 1-of, so that's the only Impulse in his
he's got the planes next turn, so there's, you know.
Yeah.
I guess that maybe the argument for taking swords there. It's like, well, if you think that you can't win.
I mean, I don't know. I like Humility is just a backbreaker in this matchup. Like, you could play through a Swords to Plowshare, but especially with, survival out. But
this is a thing you can do with your extra mana dorks too. You just discard them to survival.
No. Yeah, I mean, that's great. I'm glad that works out for other people. That just doesn't work out for me.
I've never had a survival play my entire life. Oh wait, that's not true. I did play it once in Vintage. Never mind.
I don't play Survival, or I haven't played Survival. Ooh, he's got
well, this is the force.
Oh, he got it with the bird, yeah.
Right.
I mean, it's possible he's going to run away with it, but he's got a combo. It's not like he can just put a bunch of pressure on him.
Well, it's it is that he's going to get a huge advantage if he gets discard 3 every turn, though. So that does put him in pressure
100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, he.
And even if did you say he had a Chabi Orangutan? I can't find his list.
Hold on, I got it right here. He has a Tabi Orangutan in the board, but I doubt he brought it in.
Yeah, maybe unless he knew that there was a Tormod's Crypt coming. It looks like we're going to get a Mesmeric Fiend here.
Oh, that's true. This is
just suiciding. You got the suicide is Gemstone Mine already.
This is
the 3 turns in a row.
The greedy mana keep from the Landstill player over here. Is it paying off or not?
Woodrow's saying, loves turn 2 3 drops, so he's into birds, and Ignoble Hierarch looks strong, and I am so happy they birded that.
What?
Ignoble Hierarch.
Dude, that card is insane.
It's
the
awesome.
new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cool. And it's a goblin. I mean, like, that card is just sweet.
I think it's gonna. Here's the thing that kind of sucks though. All the old border stuff just doesn't suck for you. You like foils, but I don't.
Yeah.
All the old border stuff is gonna be only old border foil for this first set.
What?
Sucks. So
what? It's only being printed old border foil?
Yeah, the old border premium cards are all foil.
I mean, I mean that's really cool, and those are cards that probably at some point I want, but I made no effort to get any of them.
You can get him a new board. But the question is, if you're trying to reverse curate a format. So
wow. All right. So he impulsed and found planes.
So that does. And he's got another sword. So now this Mesmeric Fiend has to take the swords.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else you can do there. If you no matter what, if you take the humility or the AK, they just swords it. They just swords the Fiend.
Yep.
Made him blow the impulse. Which is nice. So now he's gonna probably.
I mean, he was gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's true.
Oh.
This is the decision. Do you let him activate survival again?
I mean, how many cards does he have in his hand? Like, I think this is a no-brainer. I think he just crypt him probably.
He crypt him, and then he draws a creature.
Oh shit!
Never mind. Everything's fine. Never mind.
He has both his crypts. That's why he doesn't play Enlightened Tutor. We found out. He just draws both his crypts.
Oh my god. That's brutal.
Yeah. This is how you do it.
Just ripping it off top.
If he resolves that humility.
And of course, free, always busted. Tormod's Crypt. Original free card.
It's it's so weird. I talked to Stu about this a lot because it felt like for the first 2 or 3 leagues that it was kind of a trap card. Like people would bring it in against me, and I'd be like, oh, why are they bringing this card in against me? It seems terrible. But at the same time, I think that some of the matchups it's almost like a must-have. Like maybe just having 2 in the sideboard is always strong. But
Hermit Druid. That's the thing you want to free graveyard interaction. That's what you got.
I mean, there's a ton of decks that having graveyard interaction is great in, and playing it on turn 1 before they can have permission up or duress you or whatever is obviously really insane. But I don't know. I just think it's one of those cards where it's like you got to know when to bring it in and when not to bring it in, and it's so easy to get caught up in it. All right, what do we got going on here? He only got 1 card now.
And he's still facing down the Tormod's Crypt, which is...
Yeah, it's so
brutal.
terrible.
That's really nice.
He's going to AK. If he AKs into planes, it's going to be pretty bad.
Oops. I don't have any...
Main phase survival.
Discarding a Phyrexian Devourer. So he's going to get rid of he's going to lose a combo card here.
Yep. He's going to lose the I kill you on my turn combo card. or kill you at instant speed combo card.
Another Mesmeric Fiend, and that's going to take humility.
Yeah. Makes sense.
I'm now looking at Tormod's Crypt and comparing the altar he's got to this.
What is he AKing for? It's like obvious that he's taking humility. Yep.
Anyways, this is just it looks like a board. For some reason, the way this Tormod's Crypt looks on the screen looks like it's Tron, like from the movie Tron. And I'm looking at the regular Tormod's Crypt, and now I can kind of see what it does, just a border extension. But man, it looks sweet.
All right, where's the land drop? There it is. Not a white source though.
Oh yeah, but this is gonna just start eating away his mana. Imagine finding other swords. You could get him down to one hand. Now, granted, he has no defense against these two fiends in the air.
Well, he could just block him with Mistress Factory, but
oh yeah, Mesmeric Fiend does not have flying. It looks like it should.
No, but I don't think he's going to activate Dust Bowl because he's like trying to go wide.
Oh, I thought you said it was a waste. Okay.
Yeah, I think he wants to like cast Wrath of God or something. I think he wants like a sweeper and get his cards back, and then just snowball. You know. So let's see if you can draw another creature. God, it's a bummer to have survival and play and no cards in your hand.
It is a huge bummer.
Yeah.
That's why you had sweet. That second Tormod's Crypt, absolute destruction.
It's pretty gross. Well, I thought the mulligan was bad. Now, I'm second guessing my opinion. He drew into the mana sources that I guess he knew that he was going to draw into with his Island Dust Bowl keep. I mean, you can't even tell at this point.
Yeah, you gotta.
It's like a standstill. A standstill from this position seems fine. You know, it's like I don't know. This is not the greatest spot. I guess maybe it's not because he has survival, but.
Now they're going to draw up. So who does this draw and go situation favor?
Yeah, the blue-white player. I mean, he has to deal with survival at some point, but I think as long as he keeps hitting his mana sources, you know, there's going to be a point in time where he, you know, syncs some spells up that are going to be bad. You know, he's going to deal with the survival or maybe deal with the Mesmeric Fiends. And
he's got a free interaction for the Grave. You can just tap out and make a couple angels.
Yeah, exactly.
It's over with, you know, if you really want to.
But if he, you know, casts Wrath of God or Chroma's Vengeance or, you know, Wind Shards, or if he attacks or something like Chroma's Vengeance obviously just wrecks him. Wrath of God sets him back, you know, a Bird of Paradise and 2 Mesmeric Fiends. It gets him a Swords to Plowshares and a Humility. I mean, that seems pretty good.
I didn't even realize he had Necrotic Vengeance. That's a pretty brutal card.
Yeah, he's playing a 1-of. That card is so sweet. I love that card so much. I think it's underplayed. But, yeah. He's in a really good board state. Like, this is the problem. It's like you've dealt with him, but you need to start applying pressure. And you're not applying pressure, so he's just drawing out of it. I mean, so there was a stream, I think it was like 3 streams back where, actually, I think it might have been the finals of the last league where Cabal Therapy with Mesmeric Fiend came into play, where it was like the card that was under Mesmeric Fiend was also a card in his opponent's hand, so he was able to take the other card and then Cabal Therapy and hit both of them.
Yeah, that's a really good play. That's a really good play.
Yeah, that's a really sweet.
As long as the card isn't an instant, they can somehow disrupt you. That looks like a prohibit.
Yeah, it's prohibit. He's playing a 1-of prohibit.
I just saw that on his list. I'm trying to find. I don't think it's here.
It's a cool card.
That is a cool card. One of those cards. You're like, you read it. Like, how come this doesn't see any play? Prohibit 1 and
it's like
blue.
It's a lot of play.
Mana value 2 or less.
I feel like it was a block card. You know, it's just hard to beat counterspell. Blue. It's gone forever. Kind of like even playing. Like I'm playing Mana League in my list, and it's like I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Not counterspell. It's not counterspell, if you know what I'm saying. So
there's a wasteland going to the graveyard because it is taking out a Yavimaya Coast.
Yeah, setting up the Wrath of God is better. Making hard cast Force Will. He's got to figure out a way to deal with this survival, though.
Doesn't really.
I think he does.
I guess that's yeah. He's got no mana. I guess he's gonna draw lands.
Yeah, I wish. I mean, like, I wish that this breakfast deck had a way of boarding into something that was like more aggressive against control, or even combo for that matter. Like, I don't know, not like a complete like change it up sideboard kind of thing, but just like more all in on like some sort of like attacking with disruption plan. I don't know. I just feel like this is what's going to happen every game in this matchup, and like game one showed that this is like not a positive situation to be in. For this you know, it's like, and if your opponent's bringing in Tormod's Crypt, it's like, oh shit, you know, it's like, I don't know.
Furion Ranger. So that's going to get him some more activations. He's going to play that. Well, actually, it's not going to because it's going to get prohibited.
Yeah.
Like, unless the plan is just like chew through everything you don't need. But there's no.
I mean, like, just keep jamming and jamming until he's out of spells. You know? Like, prohibit this.
Because with that card, with the Kyrion Ranger,
mm-hmm.
that is if he plays it now, doesn't draw land. It's one, two, it's three activations. Kyrion Ranger hits play. Tap the Birds of Paradise.
Yeah, but what is the value? Like, are you getting something that's going to go in your yard? It's going to be valuable.
It's going to come out therapy here.
I mean, this card's insane right here. If he's slow rolling the land drop, then this is just crazy.
Interesting choice here. I mean, I don't counter it. But...
Oh, why are we backtracking? I mean, you can't. You just let it take Force of Will, and then you play land and you jam Quirion Ranger. Oh, he's changing his mind, I guess.
It's an interesting backtrack.
Well, he has a therapy in his yard. Maybe his mentality is, you know, fight over something and then blast back to ball therapy. But it's really ironic that this game is... Dude, this is definitely getting countered, I think.
Yeah, it blocks Vicious Factory.
So it's not even that. It's just a mana source. It's like... This seems like a no-brainer. Just get rid of it.
Well, I don't know. He's could
well,
be
maybe
not.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
You know,
but he has survival in play, so it's like giving him another mana source just seems real bad.
None of these creatures are going to do anything.
And not just that counterspell is going to be worse and worse and worse as the game goes on. So it's like, use it now. Counter this wall of roots.
Okay, there you go. Now you're going to cast Ball Therapy?
I mean, that seems good. You can flash it back and take both cards now. Yep. He's going to wait till he draws some action. Oh man, if he ripped Wrath of God, he ripped Wrath of God, it would just be sad.
Here somewhere, right? Like that just.
Oh, he played the opt. No. Yes, he drew the opt.
Nope.
I was like, what is one blue that he has? It's the opt. He's like, no Wrath of God, put this on the bottom.
What's this Wrath of God?
Nope. Oh. Is he slow rolling? He's not fetching. Maybe he's past the turn. I mean, the survival player's board position is like so much better now. I don't understand why standstill player let that happen. I mean, I guess he could just.
I find it interesting that you think that. I find this board position to be terrible. It's like
I just think it's better than one forest and a bird's of paradise.
Right, and I guess that's true. But like, you got two creatures you can't attack with. You put everything in your hand and play. There's an island.
Yeah, and so he's just stuck on Cabal Therapy. I mean, he can't like. That's what I'm saying. There's no way to like chain a bunch of action cards in this deck, unfortunately.
Well, not now that Squeeze gone.
Well, I mean, in general, you can't get like what's that green card with haste that Bizarre plays in Vintage? What is that card? Vengevine. You can't like just go off with it, you know.
He's two birds of paradise away from hard casting phage.
Oh my god. That's why he's slow rolling that Cabal Therapy. Yep.
Just like you said.
I knew that was coming. So this sucks. But he's still got survival in play, so. What is happening? So what? So did Stu just disappear? Is he gone forever?
I talked to him. He's like, you couldn't reconnect.
Oh,
just spinning him. I was just like,
off to being a family man.
Yeah, I mean,
it happens.
It's been a while since I've done commentary, but I don't really have to know much. Just that. Too bad Seattle doesn't have a way to kill a land. If you could just get that Mishra's factor out the table, now you're talking.
Avalanche Rider or something.
I mean, not now, but like before, if you tried to figure out a way to have one. Now you're just gonna make
or like a wonder, right? He just like puts a wonder in his yard. And just
that's the thing you can do for free. Now, granted, it'll get killed by Tormod's Crypt.
That's true, but I like you gotta force the action. Like you can't just sit there scared under the standstill and under the Tormod's Crypt, or you're just gonna lose.
Looking at a force of will, card, and another card.
Yeah. Like you gotta,
sure
you gotta be aggressive.
And be scared. That's exactly what I would do.
No, I mean, yeah, but I just feel like you gotta force the action, and he did, and the standstill player didn't fall for it, so. Wonder. Nope. What's it going to be? Is there even Wonder in the list? I don't even think so. No Wonder.
Oh, he's got the Genesis now.
Oh, Genesis is hotness in this matchup. If he didn't have Tormod's Crypt in play, it would be awesome.
Well, I'm pretty sure that if he waits till his next upkeep, please. Oh, he's got the wand. No, never mind. That doesn't actually work, because Genesis only works in your upkeep.
Correct. So it's getting encrypted.
Yeah, like I would. He had to do that. Yeah, okay. I thought it was just.
I mean, again, this is more in vein of what you were discussing in the first game, where it's like now you're playing for your opponent to make a mistake. It's not like they're just dominating you. Instead, now like they could make a mistake.
Yeah, they let you untap with one.
Yeah, they like let you untap
with one. That would be
right. Genesis, but yeah. I mean, like this is a play to your opponent's mistake situation. Unlike game one, where it was like you're just dead. There's nothing you can do. Ravenous Bailout, huh? Is his opponent having to look up Ravenous Bailout? He's like never had Ravenous Bailout played against him because he plays Standstill. Oh. Maybe he's looking it up to inform his opponent that it's only upkeep.
Well, yeah, it's even worse than I thought, because I thought it was just during your upkeep, so I thought as long as like your upkeep, I'll activate survival and dump this.
I mean, the card is really good in the survival matchup. I mean, the standstill matchup. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But he drew both of his Tormod's crypts, so. I mean, what can you do?
The crypt, use therapies, clear the way for Bullrush, Shapeshifter to win. Yeah, that's right. Andrew's right. Read that again. That's right. You can't see it.
Say it again. So he has a
passive advantage. Genesis forces the crypt. You
right?
use therapies to clear the way for a Bullrush, Shapeshifter to win.
But still, you have to have another creature in hand, right?
Yeah, I mean,
he's right. He's right in the sense that you have to like play this attrition game with him, but
it sucks.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks. It's like you're gonna break the standstill, and you need another creature in your hand. Right now, you have one creature and one Cabal Therapy. You need two creature and a Cabal Therapy. And he's got, Force of Will, Blue Spell, Standstill.
Well, you've got a couple things. Here's what you got going on. Is he triggering?
So he's
Genesis?
I mean, it's possible that he's letting him use it, which it seems great if he is. Because you just get back anything. Yeah, just get an elf. Who cares? It's just 2 for 1-ing against the deck that's trying to out card advantage you.
Okay. So
yeah, I mean, this is fine. If he's going to let him play the Genesis game, then all right, let's go. Let's play some Magic.
What do we do here? You want a therapy here? I mean, make a
no. I think you pass.
Right, it's straight to hell.
I think you pass and you see what he does with the crypt one more time, but he obviously disagrees with me.
Something's about to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be a therapy. He's going to break the standstill.
Trigger.
Like we said before, the dream would be that he's going to crypt both of his therapies and the Genesis.
No, the therapy would have to go to the graveyard. So he's gonna if he doesn't crypt, he could prohibit the therapy and then crypt both of them. That's what he's gonna do.
Yes,
there's the line.
Pretty gross.
Sam's thing here is to. Well, now Sam does get a chance to flash.
He reached for the crypt, and I got nervous, but he let it stay in play.
Well, no, he's got. Right? Sam could
he
flash
prohibited
it
back. It's in the yard now. So who's got priority now? So just flash it back.
Sam has priority. So you flash it back with what? Kirion Ranger? You got enough lands now.
No, or the Wall of Roots. I mean, and then you have another one. Oh no. Oh yeah, you have a second one. So you're just hoping that you see something and he doesn't crypt you again. Like if he casts Cabal Therapy here and he names Force of Will and he reveals Plow or something and he doesn't crypt, then you can stack the Mesmeric Fiend that has Plow.
Yep, name the Plow.
Yeah,
But then they can force the This is a very interesting position.
I mean, it seems greedy to Cabal Therapy there, but I don't know.
I don't know if it seems
greedy. I don't play this deck, so I will defer to Andrew in the chat, I guess.
Returning a force, untapping my bird.
Okay.
That could have been responded to.
Now he's there we go. And if he responds here, then wow. Bummer you. He played you, Yeah. That sucks.
Yeah, you give up.
Yep.
Pass priority. Yeah, the flashback. Definitely. I think you had to
I
flashback. And like,
I think it maybe just assumed that he didn't see it, and then he went for the other
now
play.
You're putting a
and
card
then...
on the stack?
Now you're putting a card on the stack?
Well, there's Llanowar Elf. I'm not to discard,
okay.
right? Okay.
I'm not to discard.
So what do you got? What do you got coming back now?
What do you got coming back now?
You have access to the third Mesmeric Fiend. Okay.
Oh my lord. Mesmeric Fiend.
So he's gonna see his whole.
So he's gonna see his whole hand.
No, he's not.
He could force. Well, you never know.
You never know.
He could force with 4 cards in hand and draw 5th. I mean, like that's pretty. It's a pretty good spot to be in, because he's holding 5 with Force Will, right? Oh, he's flashing his hand now.
No, he's got it.
Oh, he's letting it resolve. Just kidding.
Ooh, what do you got? Decree of Justice.
Decree of Justice.
A null? Is that what that is?
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's a null. Counterspell, Force Will.
Well, I think.
Damn.
You want to. I think. By the way, I think he's making angels. If you don't, I think you take the force.
I think you take the force.
That way he can't make.
Angels
force back up.
All
right, maybe I'm wrong.
I mean, if he made angels with force backup, it's like you have no way to interact with him. He's just gonna make angels, right? So.
Well, yeah, but the thing is by he can Luke can tap out. And basically say like, here's we're not playing anymore. Here's whatever, 12 power. And then, he's still got a force back in case something goes horribly wrong. That's why I would take it first there.
What's going on here? Is he going to cycle right now?
Cycling. I guess they can't block with the Mesmeric Fiend, so it doesn't really matter if he cycles.
Except he loses the angel play like you were talking about. But,
I would be like, I want to go to bed.
Maybe he's just untapping.
He's just drawing a card here.
He's just thinning his deck out of all the lands they didn't have at the beginning and drew.
I feel like it's XX 2 white.
Dude, you're asking the wrong man. You're gonna have to look it up. No clue.
It's probably
I don't think I've ever owned that card in my life.
I keep forgetting.
I should just know what Decree of Justice is. XX2 white. So it's not 12 power, which I thought it was. I thought it was X triple white. Which would have been 8 power.
So do we know what he has in his hand? He discarded the Llanowar Elf.
I don't think we know any of the other concepts. Oh, he's got a Ravenous Bailoff.
He's got a Ravenous Bailoff.
And he's got a forest. Because he returned it.
He's got a forest. So those are the 2 cards he's holding. They do not match up very well. And I wonder, is it possible that the standstill player boarded out his Wrath of Gods? Probably not, right? I don't know. I mean, I hope that he did not, but.
Yes, Entreat is the one that was XX triple white. You're right. Ty's correcting me that I should have known the answer, which
Wah, wah. Hate Entreat.
It does suck.
Stupid magic card. He's thinking.
Yeah, there's a lot of mana. Symbols in Decree.
Yeah, but he just doesn't have. He doesn't have like a trump card that he can like tutor up. It's so frustrating. Like, I would want there to be something like, even like, for instance,
cycling.
Andrew's deck has meddling mage in it. It's like getting a meddling mage would be sweet right now. But any kind of forced interaction from the survival player would be awesome. But
untap. 2 white. Yeah, I can make 2 angels looking through another Decree of Justice.
No, he's just in the driver's seat, I think.
Attacking for 4.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's.
What do you got? I try and put that
He's
Ravenous
got
Bailoff.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana sources and a Force of Will and a null in his hand.
He's got
and 3 other cards.
Leyline of duress that he can't do anything with. Blocks with him.
God, like this is my point exactly. It's like there was a turn 2 survival, and look where we are right now.
Well, that's the power of the double turn right there. Game
Well,
would have
yeah,
been long
obviously,
over. That was second
but you got to
turn.
assume that kind of stuff is going to happen, right? Maybe I'm like the survival curse.
What can't be countered? Can't be. I'm just looking up to see what can't be countered. That's legal in this format.
I didn't know there were cards that can't be countered in this format.
There are several.
Oh, there's Obliterate, right? That's the first one that comes to my mind.
Oh, look at what if you? What have you played? That would work. Kavu Chameleon. Scragnoth. Yeah, just like anything. Just be like, I'm gonna just hit the board with this thing.
Yeah, exactly. So you just bring in one, like, pseudo threat, right, and just force interaction.
Blurred Mongoose is legal. I don't think that's big enough for this play, though. I'm just saying, like,
dude, you know what card? You know what card is really good? Nimble Mongoose. Card is gross, and I don't think it sees enough play in this format.
Yeah, but it's gonna get forcible.
I mean, yeah.
The thing that's funny,
but if it's in play, it's like, oh no, this card's bad. Wow.
Is that something? What's getting hard cast force there?
It's the 4/4 Ravenous Bailoff.
Okay.
Is that main deck? Because
Mongoose versus for sure. That one.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That card is a beating. Like, the times I've seen it in play in middle school, I'm like, oh, this card's really gross, but it just doesn't see any play. So it looks like he brought in Ravenous Bailoff from the board, which I don't know. Doesn't make any sense to me.
That's the mid-range threat. You just kind of like, okay. If he had drawn that earlier, I think he could have jammed it. Like, at the time
think it's bad.
The kind of empty hand, and Sam had an active survival, but he didn't have four mana sources. Like, that's
but I still think that this kind of like mid-range.
Factor Fiction?
Gross. This kind of like mid-range sideboard plan is just not good against a pure control.
There's a Wrath of God. There's an Absorb. There's a Stand. This is brutal. Okay, so
God, I love Factor Fiction. It's like the greatest card. You know what I love about Factor Fiction is when it's cast against me, I'm annoyed. Like, it's just always good. It's good against me. I'm always like, God, I have no clue what to do. All right,
he's taking the one. You know,
it's such a brutal blowout.
Play a ton because
so it's like it's because he gets 3 cards.
Yeah, he gets 3 cards from it.
It's like,
oh, he's gonna get. Okay, so Sam's gonna go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. And Luke's gonna go down 1, 2 cards.
Draw 3.
No, he's not even down a card. So he's just gonna get in. You might as well block.
Yeah. Yeah, this is bad.
This is brutal. The second that ran, I guess that whatever came off. What's the Wrath of God?
I mean, he was gonna see it eventually, right? So
it's basically an impulse. The Wrath of God at that point.
If you're not applying pressure, your control opponent is going to see all the cards that he wants to see, because you're not like putting a clock on him. You're just like playing with him. You know, it's like you got to force him to make decisions, or he's just going to draw into the cards that, like Wrath of God, that's going to end the game. You know, there's nothing that's keeping him from drawing into that card right now. You know.
Yeah.
And he's got a survival in play. So, I mean, what does that tell you?
Here we go.
Yep.
Flip. Getting back a counterspell.
Portal, Wrath of God.
Can he just play Humility here and win?
I mean, yeah.
Because the Mishra's attacks for 2.
Through the humility, it gets through humility. That's correct.
I would just get this. I guess he doesn't have a force.
Or maybe he's afraid that he's just gonna tutor into. Well, he has double counterspell or single counterspell. Maybe he's just waiting to untap next turn, and then he can protect it with permission or whatever. It's not like he's got a.
Why does no one ever want to finish their game? Like, you just want to finish your game. Finish humility and play.
I mean, this is what the deck does. It doesn't finish games. It just dirtles. I mean, I watched Patrick and Woodrow play the mirror, and it took like 3 freaking hours. I feel like it was really sweet though. It was super sweet, but it took forever. Yeah, I guess that there's no reason to bring in Exalted Angel, right? If your opponent's not doing anything except playing dudes. Like, it's almost like your deck is already like pre-sideboarded for this matchup, So it forces your opponent to like do something for game 2 and game 3, and if there's just no action in your sideboard, then you're lucky and you're going to draw both your Tormod's Crypts and you're going to win. What is he looking for in his yard? He's got deep analysis.
Ridiculous job. Saying, Sam, what are you doing? You are just completely. It is true.
There's the humility with permission backup. Ugh. Did he bring in Emerald Charm? Probably not. Is my guess. Is that Emerald Charm probably stayed in the sideboard?
Okay. Don't kill that city, Brass. That thing's shortening my mate.
That's a win condition.
All right, Reflecting Pool, go.
See, Reflecting Pool has been so awesome for me in my deck. I love that card. It's like you're playing all these lands that want to kill you, and then you draw Reflecting Pool, and you're like, yes! Now I can never tap these pain lands ever again.
Accumulated knowledge. Oh, that's what he's looking for. One, two. Untap.
This is so gross.
Another factory.
Hey, that was in play. He's just getting them. He's getting them warmed up right now.
Yep.
Ooh, the one-up Coastal Tower.
Get in.
Play.
Get in. Seal of cleansing.
Okay. Brought in the seal of cleansing. That's not good. That's so not good.
Please. Attack. Yep. Sam's done. Okay.
Oh, it's the slow scoop.
Ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Yeah, good games, guys. So,
Fire drill time. Okay. All right. Well,
that was exciting.
That was something. All right.
That was definitely
something.
Right.
We're on break. Yeah. Hold on. This me? There we go. I'm back, and I'm probably really proud of that quick change. See,
Yeah, that change was quick.
Tweety,
These dudes are pros.
You and I,
Mm-hmm.
more you,
What?
have experience doing these quick changes, doing art, which is what we are doing.
That's true.
This is art.
That's what I do for a living. That's why it always frustrates me when there's like audio issues, because I'm like, my immediate reaction is like, what's wrong? Because that's kind of what I do for a living, you know?
Yeah, and there's not really anything we can do about it. I'm going to.
No.
But like, I'm very proud, and I appreciate that you appreciate how efficient that quick change was.
Dude, that was a quick change. That was a quick change. As long as we're not forced to be unplugged.
Yeah.
We had a South by one time where Gang of Four was playing, and the band before them was the Pop Group, and they refused to get off the stage. And Gang of Four was like, "We're leaving unless you get them off the stage." So they had like their own sound engineer. So we went to the sound engineer. We were like, "You guys have to stop now, or we're going to turn you off." And he's like, "Fuck off," you know. And we're like, "No, we're being serious. Like, you have to stop now, or Gang of Four is leaving."
Or Gang of Four is
like
going to beat you up.
No, they were just going to leave. So we had a person. We had a person climb into the stage and unplug them while they were playing, and it was like their hit song. So they're like in the middle of their song, and all of a sudden it's like, boom! And it's not just the stage; it's like the whole place shuts off. And I was like, "Oh no, this is so bad, right?" So,
so we know
the manager,
Andrew.
Oh, go ahead.
Andrew, black sleeves. Andrew, black sleeves.
Yes.
He's on some sort of other survival deck.
He's playing survival, but it has Force Will in it, so that's pretty exciting.
And Ty, I actually did look at his deck a second ago.
Ty's deck is super sweet. It's just like all-in combo, and we got to see it in action on stream, and it was insane. I'm really excited about this matchup.
It's Worldgorger Dragon. Okay, so we got Worldgorger Dragon versus Survival. I will be shocked if this takes an hour. I will be shocked.
Yeah, it's not like a moving slow Worldgorger Dragon list. It's like all in. Let's go.
We've got an Intune. We've got 8. We've got 4 Intune. 4 Careful Study. 4 Frantic Search. 8 Enchantment. Excuse me. A Worldgorger Dragon and Laquatus. So what does he need to do? He needs to.
So he needs to get the infinite mana combo and have like Whispers of the Muse in his hand, or some sort of other engine that's going to draw his deck.
Oh, the Whispers of the Muse draws your whole deck with infinite mana. Okay, so that's
right, and then he wins with Laquatus, essentially.
So that is great. The win is Laquatus. That I get, because it's a mill. Is that a mill or the opponent draws?
Yes. And then Andrew's playing like the most mid-range of all mid-range decks.
Andrew's deck is really interesting. He's got it's just like this is Tradewind Survival.
Right. The cool thing about Andrew's deck though is in the matchup that we just watched, Andrew has a lot of cards that are like really annoying for standstill. All right, so Andrew kept 6, leads with no dork. He's playing a whole bunch of dorks too, right? Because he's playing survival.
4 Birds of Paradise, 1 land.
Okay, so it's not as bad.
1 Kyrian,
one less.
4 Wall of Roots. He could just have a turn 2 Wall of Roots here. There's going to be an Entomb for Worldgorger Dragon, and it is on. It is on.
But he's got Force Will in his deck, so he's passing with nothing. So maybe he has interaction.
They know. Oh, they do know what's in each other's decks. By the way.
Yeah, these two.
They told us. They told us in each other's decks. So. That was a FEB host. So that doesn't. We've got Mana League. We've got 4 Mana League, 4 Force of Will, 1 counter spell. So really, the counter spell.
What is this? He can't like. He doesn't have an unmask, so it's got to be like, it's got to be like some sort of interactive spell, or he's just animating the dragon, and he's not animating the dragon right now, clearly, because he doesn't have enough mana sources to play into like Mana League or Force Will or whatever.
Ty does not have any defense against. Oh, does have 4 defense. Sorry.
So he could be. Yeah, he has duress. Yeah.
So you need another black source. Looks like he discarded a couple lands. Is that what I'm looking at?
Yup. Seems good. You only need a couple lands to win with this deck.
He needs 3 lands in play. He needs a duress.
It's blowing my mind that Andrews is just playing land go right now. Like, what?
Well, nothing says. I'm sitting on. I'm behind 7 counterspell. Here comes.
Here
We're
comes
gonna
the duress.
We're gonna find out.
Yeah,
Ty
it's
goes
the
to
duress.
18. That's duress. Mana leak. 2 counterspells and a bunch of other lands.
Woo! He's got double permission, so that's good. He doesn't lose to animate dead here, which is nice.
Yep, that's true. He doesn't have any action. So if Ty has another duress, or he has an animate dead that gets countered, another animate dead next turn.
Which is highly possible.
With 8 of them, yeah, it's quite possible. After careful study, they're dump 2 lands.
He's got, what is the other one? Dance of the Dead or whatever?
Dance of the Dead.
Is that what it's called? He's got another reanimate.
Fire to begin ripping Dance of the Dead. Oh, gonna get a wall of roots?
Yep.
And we're gonna Whispers the Muse. We're gonna cycle this guy.
Mm-hmm. I really like that card.
What a sweet card. You don't never see it.
It's so nice to see it.
You do actually love to see it.
Yeah, I was really excited when I saw that he was playing it because it's such a sweet card.
Well, it's a cool idea to do with the infinite mana too, just like draw your entire deck.
Oh yeah. But it used to be a card that was like, this was the impulse or this was the AK, you know. And obviously it's not at that level, so to see it get played is really neat.
Well, yeah, I mean those control decks get a bunch of lands in play. That was their plan. Every turn.
Yeah.
End of turn, tap 6 lands, draw a card.
Draw a card.
All right, here's an intuition, which he's gonna let resolve. I kind of. His intuition with the other 3 duresses.
That seems great.
Interesting.
I mean, he's a proactive deck. He needs to be proactive. Like, what else is he going to intuition for? I mean, he's just like saying, I have the combo in my hand. So here we go. Let's go. You know, like if he draws an animate dead and he's got double animate dead, then he can just animate dead, mana leak, you know, or whatever.
Go to 17. Duress you. Force of will. So take the mana leak.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's got the force of will.
You just take the force of will, I think. And then you play another land.
Then you make a land drop.
And then you just win, right?
Well, not this turn. Next turn with a land drop.
Yeah, but Andrew's not doing anything, right?
Yeah. Careful study, I think, is coming next. Order the Whispers. Yep. Interesting choice. I guess he's trying to bait the mana leak. I guess that's why you do that turn.
Well, or he's just trying to have double animate dead so he can just like force the counterspell now and then go off next turn or something.
Yeah, and it's clear what's happening. He can even go if he drew 2 of them.
I mean, Andrew's in a fucking terrible spot right now.
Well, Ty does need action card. So here's what he's got left with 2 Whispers of the Muse in the graveyard. Once that gets into play.
Oh, what is this going to be? 4 mana?
Tradewind Rider.
Tradewind.
Wow. Oh, we need 2 creatures though. Or you need 3?
Yeah, you need 2, other than Tradewind, unfortunately.
Yep.
But it seems like the card would be very good in this situation.
Yeah, Ty's got to win extra. The problem is, okay, so what I was saying is that Ty, he's using Whispers of the Muse. So either he has the fourth one, or he has
Laquatus in his hand.
And he's a discard spell. The other card he has is Cunning Wish, and he can win with Cunning Wish into Stroke of Fuse.
All right, here we go. Let's go time.
Animate dead.
Counterspell. Animate dead. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Second animate dead. All right, show me.
Infinite mana. Look.
Frantic search. Yep.
I still don't think that's a win. He entombs Laquatus or something.
Yeah. Yep. He can make it.
His deck is spicy.
Yep. All right.
Let's look at these sideboards.
Very interesting. And Andrew, knowing what was going on, decided to keep a hand that was just. I've got do your worst. I'm behind 2 counterspells. And then just drew more lands. Tough. When you're trying to just draw some action.
Oh man, so the annuls are obviously insane. Meddling Mage is great. I mean, Tormod's Crypt is great. Like, Andrew has action out of the sideboard, which is awesome.
Yeah, he's got two and null. Exact. He's got a Meddling Mage.
I mean, Ty's going to bring in all of his defense grids.
Got two Tormod's
be ugly.
So yeah, really rough. Seal of Cleansing. I mean, you could just he could board out these stupid Tradewind riders.
Well, I think he's got to win somehow, right?
Well,
so,
what is that?
I mean,
what is that? 1/4.
Yeah, but I think that if you get it in play and you can stop the combo with it, then
yeah, I guess that's right. He had two Meddling Mages in the main board too, so he had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, so he brings in a third. Like, I'm really concerned that Ty's is going to bring in these defense grids, and then it's just going to be like, I don't know. It's going to be gross. I
don't think he
has
a
choice. He also is playing Snap, so he can snap the Meddling Mages. I don't know if Andrew knows that's coming. But snapping Meddling Mage seems super powerful. Because you can just, like, you know, if it's on Animate Dead, you can just win. You just snap it.
Yeah.
Play Animate Dead.
Snap is
Game
so
over.
Snap is a really underplayed.
Yeah, it's a sweet card.
In decks like this, I should have played Snap. I had to beat. What did I have to beat? It was something I couldn't.
Yeah, like Ty's deck is like really tuned, and it moves at a speed where it's like, I don't know. I just feel like Andrew's deck might be a little bit too mid range to keep up with it. You know.
Well, Andrew's firmly the control deck. He knows that. We saw.
Right, but he's playing a bunch of bad cards.
Yeah, he's playing a bunch of terrible cards.
Yeah, there's like all these cards are so bad in the matchup. Whereas like every card Ty's playing is like got a purpose, and he's going like 50 miles an hour faster than you are. So it's like you better draw your counterspells. And the irony is he drew his counterspells game one, and it didn't matter, So, I don't know. It seems like a really bad matchup to me. And I think that defense grid is going to make it really, really bad. So, we'll see. I mean, I guess he could just do, like, Dork, Wall of Roots, like, create, like, a giant mana base and, like, get around it. But, I don't know. We'll see. Snap as a sweet card.
Yeah. I'm interested in Ty. I'm interested in how many times the most recent used was payoff card. I would have played 4 Cunning Wish if I was him. He played 1 Cunning Wish, 4 Whispers of Muse.
Well, I think that he's just doing what every combo deck does, which is that he's like narrowing down his win cons to be like 3 cards or 4 cards.
Well, the Cunning Wish is a win con though because of
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he can't play a bunch of them, right? Because they're going to be bad. He needs to play all these other cards that are just part of the combo. So it's like he just plays one.
Yeah, but he did also just hurl 3 Whispers of the Muse into the graveyard. I get, and like that's the thing you can do with that. Maybe that won the game for him in a way too. So
yeah.
But it was just like at the end we're saying, well, what's his win con? We had the Entomb. I guess that was all he needed. The Entomb and the Intuition. So he's got enough action. I just like the idea of getting.
He was very excited about this deck before the event started, which made me feel like just knowing Ty that it's going to be a really, really good deck.
Yeah.
I think that Jake had him beat on stream. Jake misplayed, so that sucks. But since then, I mean, Ty's been winning, and now we get to see Andrew and Ty, which is really awesome. I think.
Yep.
But I really like Ty's deck. I think it's something special. And like I said, the first round or the first match, like survival is just not doing it for me. I don't know. I just am not seeing it. I'm not feeling it.
Well, people are just terrified of it.
I don't know why. It's not blowing me away.
Well, if you don't respect it, it will blow you away, I think is the problem.
Dude, I don't respect it, and I beat it all the time. So, I mean, I get what you're saying, but it's like I don't know. It's not doing anything for me. You have to play so many bad cards, and then if survival's not live, it's like you have all these terrible cards. I don't know. I'm just not feeling it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I don't want to draw Bird of Paradise, and I don't want to draw Llanowar Elf ever in a game of Magic ever again in my life. I'll draw that new Jund Noble Hierarch.
There we go. Taking one. Getting the Birds of Paradise.
There's the bird.
Ty going ape
defense
this is
grid?
defense grid.
It
Right
is
off
the
the
defense
top.
grid. Yeah.
Ancient tomb defense grid.
Yeah,
You don't even see the ancient tombs.
My show and tell heart is fluttering right now.
Oh, that already ate a force. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you have to, right? You can't interact with it. It's all of a sudden he's playing, one player.
Turn one into Torok from Ty. We gotta back.
Oh, dude, he did not have another land drop or what?
Biffed on the land drop.
Oh my gosh, that's so brazen. All right, well, we
saw
saw.
he's drawing two cards, right?
And we also saw Landstill keep Dust Bowl Island and win. So, I mean, who am I to judge?
I think it's perfectly fine in that position. You get two draws before it looks bad.
Yeah. That makes sense. And being able to sneak in a defense grid before they can cast Mana Leak or Counterspell is really powerful. Oh man, this is how we drew it up. This is why we play blue cards in our survival deck, right here.
Moves to discard. Maybe he does have a land.
Oh, it's pretty sweet.
And so the question is, what did this meddling mage mean?
Oh, what's he's going to say
something.
Tell us.
Animate dead. Yep. Thank you. Animate dead. So that means if he has swamp and Dance of the Dead.
If he has blue, black land, and snap and animate dead, that'll be sweet.
Then Andrew's got to have that second counterspell that he told us he had by force of will in the defense grid.
I don't know about that. I think he has to force will defense grid even if he doesn't have anything else, because defense grid just removes him from the game completely. And there's the blue-black land, but he doesn't have snap.
He does have Dance of the Dead.
Dance of the
Dead.
Fire.
To begin.
He's got double force will. Spicy.
All right. Forcible pitching Tradewind Rider. I guess you keep the Tradewind Riders in because they're extra force bait.
Dude, I think they interact with the combo. It seems fine.
They do interact with the combo if you have the stuff. Yeah, that's true.
He's got to do something, right? It's like he I mean, I guess you could just kill him with meddling mages, but he's only got 3, right? He can't go to 4.
Yeah, but Ty's saving his bacon here with this Ancient Tomb Underground River opening. Second Dance of the Dead. Let's see it. You got it? Nope. Yes? Maybe?
Nope. Oh,
and a turn
this
snap.
This is how we draw it up. Double force will. Meddling Mage. I wonder if he brought the snaps in. He had to have, right? Because he's got to know that he's on Meddling Mage.
Quite a lot of mana.
Uh-oh. Cunning Wish? What is this?
Intuition.
Oh, Intuition.
Other 3 dances of the dead.
Yeah, that makes sense. Or it could be Duress. Yeah, it's the Dance of the Dead. You right.
Yeah, and we see if he got it. Now, he does have 2 blue. He has Mystic Snake mana. That's online.
I don't think that... He's playing Mystic Snake?
You got a Mystic Snake.
Oh my god, that would be better than Treachery.
That would both lose it if he plays
I would definitely lose it. I missed the Treachery on Bird of Paradise because I was gone, but that seems hot. So here we go. No guts, no glory, dude. Jam. You got to jam, Ty. Jam. He's jamming.
Going to 6. He's going to go to 4.
Definitely jamming.
Oh, he's going to go to 5.
All right, this is it, guys. Is the night over or not? Because Ty is definitely jamming here, I think. It's he might have like frantic certs or something, and he has to like find the win con still. He might brick, but we'll see. All right, here we go. Mana Leak. Counterspell. Oh my god, damn!
I was
Andrew,
so
with the
for
fucking beating, dude. I'm so whatever. I like Counterspell is so hype right now. Are you kidding me? This is what I'm talking about. This is awesome.
Mystic Snake would have been awesome.
No, I mean Mystic Snake would have been awesome because it would have been like, well, it couldn't even have killed him. Like it's the same clock, right? What's this gonna be?
Tradewind Rider. Yep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Oh man.
It's got summoning sickness. So Ty has one shot to draw snap and have animate dead and win.
He needs snap and animate dead. You're right.
1, 2, 3, 4. Down to 2. We're going on a 2 and doing a frantic search.
He still loses. This is like a last ditch effort. I think he dies.
You can't tap the ancient tomb. He has floating mana.
Well, he just dies because he attacks him, right? So it's
he would have had to
last ditch. I don't even he can't cast animate dead, so it's just a brick essentially. I mean, maybe
if he surged into snap and discarded Ambassador Laquatus and had animate, he could have snapped.
I don't know, man.
He could have snapped the meddling mage. Animate dead the Worldgorger, make infinite mana. Then when the next animate dead, the last time the animate dead just picks Laquatus and mills him out.
Okay. So he needed snap and animate dead.
He needed snap and animate dead and Laquatus in the graveyard there.
And a land. He needed to make a land drop.
No, because he was going to untap 3 lands.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think that's what you're missing.
Yeah, that's totally what I was missing.
And because he floated,
right?
He would have had one.
Yeah, so that's actually not a terrible spot to be in.
Yeah, I was saying, I don't know. You were really down in his position there. I was like, no.
Yeah. He was in a pretty good spot. Yeah. You're right.
Gonna be able to make.
I just totally missed that.
He had access to 4 mana there because he would have had. An interesting question actually would have been: do you, knowing you're going to 2, just tap your underground river and use that for colorless mana? You'd be at 4, and then you would have, once you untap Frantic Search, you would have had 5 mana available. So he played in a way that left him without one colorless mana. But I guess your win comes in mana, so.
I don't think it matters because he's looking for like silver bullets, right? So it's almost like snap or nothing at that point. Because all the Dances of the Dead were in the yard, and he needs to deal with Meddling Mage. I don't know if he has other removal. Does he? I mean,
I didn't see anything besides.
Yeah, I don't think there was main phase removal.
He has capsize.
Oh, capsize.
In his sideboard, if he had the Cunning Wish, which would have actually mattered. If he had 5 mana available. Mm-hmm. He could have. No, he couldn't Cunning Wish.
He couldn't have capsized, but he could have snapped. He could have Cunning Wish for snap.
If he kept one in the sideboard, but I don't think he did.
Yeah.
I think you just bring them all in.
So you think that all the snaps are in his deck?
Yeah, because there's only one Cunning Wish, so there's no difference between.
No, I get that, but I'm just curious if he brought them in at all. It's like
if he said he knows Andrew's deck list, so he would know.
I mean, if he knows his list, then it's a no-brainer to bring him in because that's why you're playing them. But I just didn't know if they knew I knew they knew each other's list, but I didn't know if they knew each other's sideboards. Right. So
I'm gonna be right back after. Just give me 1 minute.
I don't know. Anyway, this is a great match. I'm super excited about the next game. I mean, Andrew essentially had the God Hand that time. He had Meddling Mage, Force of Will, and Counterspell, double blue card. So, I don't know, it seems pretty good. You don't even need Survival when your hand is like that. I wonder if Andrew sided out the Survivals. Probably not, but that would be sweet if he did. All right, let's see. Are we going to keep? Yep, there we go. Defense grid turn 1. Wow. That makes me so happy. Sorry, everybody who hates that on chat. Does Andrew have a way of dealing with that? Oh, he has a null, but he has nothing that can interact with it on turn 0 for him, other than Force of Will.
Okay. Oh, good. I didn't miss much. We got a defense.
I mean, you missed turn 1 defense grid, so.
This time you did not have.
So what do you think the Cunning Wish target is here? You think he's going to get Flusterstorm? Because that's probably illegal. Let's
no,
see.
you get mystical tutor or enlightened. He's got an
Well,
enlightened
Force
tutor in
of-
his deck, but I'm
Force
actually...
of Will.
Oh, his gemstone.
Force of Will seems pretty good right now.
Yeah, he used Force of Will as backup. But against...
Now he got mystical, so he's just trying to combo off.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his opponent in the soft lock, right? So,
Meddling Mage on mystical tutor.
oh, that's so good. I love that. So you're playing predict. We're both playing predict. Have you been able to predict anybody's tutors yet?
No, I just predict my own tutors.
Dude, I've been waiting for the moment my opponent enlightened tutors are mystical tutors, and so I can predict them. But it has not happened yet. It bums me out. Makes me so sad. I did have an opponent where I predicted him. He's playing white-black mid-range.
Mm-hmm.
I predicted him, and I named Scuda. And I was right.
God,
I drew 2 cards. I was like, whoop, whoop.
That's brutal.
It was so amazing.
Didn't even name like swamps or plains.
Well, I'd already seen Scuda. I lost this match. He killed me with Scuda game 1.
Scuda's
Like,
sweet.
yeah, game 1 he hemmed me on turn 2 and turn 3, and I just could not win.
I think that's awesome.
And the
awesome,
irony is, I had a meddling mate to my hand that I could have played on turn 2 and named. I wanted to play it, name him, but I had impulse. I was like, don't get greedy. So I just leapt up the mana to impulse, and he hemmed me, and he hit both my impulses, and then he hemmed me again the next turn. And I was like, all right, good game. It was a pretty awesome match, actually. His deck was super sweet.
All
right, so
what is that?
That's Aquatus. Okay. So Survival's in play over here with Mystical Tutor. Oh, and a turn, dude. I knew this was going to happen. I felt like Andrew was going to talk smack in the chat the whole time, and then come in and start playing amazing with Survival. It was going to make me really mad.
I never realized. I guess seen the 10th edition of Bastard Aquatus a lot more than I expected.
No. That's the OG.
No, I know, but I'm used to the 10th edition.
And now he's got the disenchant morph creature. He's going to go after that defense grid. I'm assuming.
Got a morph.
Yep. Yeah, that's
you gotta tell me what that is. I don't even know what that is.
He's a disenchant. It's like Nantuko something or other.
Nantuko Vigilante.
Yes, he flips and disenchants.
Oops. Nantuko Vigilante. Actually, it's a naturalize, which would have only come out earlier in that block.
Yeah, that card is sweet. Another reason why green is probably the best color in this format. Dude, you know what's been amazing lately for me is watching my opponents play Squee, which seems so good.
Yeah.
It's
super
just playing
frustrating. Squee in general, I should look at the list now that I'm retired.
Yeah, people are just playing there's control lists where they just play Squee. And they have Jake's control list plays Squee and it has compulsion and frantic search. But I've seen other lists too. I saw a blue-red list round 1 that was playing Firestorm with Squee. Squee is sweet. You don't have to play Survival for Squee to be awesome, you know. Squee is a sweet card in this format. All right, so he discards land of Frantic Search. No, it's Careful Study. What is this going to be? Intuition. All right. I'm assuming there's discard spells coming.
He can disenchant.
He's just going for the combo.
Well, here's the problem though. That morph cost is 1 in the green.
So that's no. I know. But so having it up, it's do you even need to get rid of defense grid? No, you just you have the combo unlocked.
Yeah, it's not a spell.
Snap. He needs snap, and even if don't do it, he's attacking. Even if he snaps it, you can respond by killing the defense grid and having permission up or whatever, you know, which seems great. This is different than our first match, whereas Andrew's turning dudes sideways,
Yeah.
And he's got survival in play, which is the best case scenario.
There's no
right?
combo in Andrew's deck at all. It is literally just
right. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm clarifying what you're saying, which is you're saying that this build is very stable, much more stable in the kind of matchups.
Yeah, I mean, the combo win is nice, but when you're playing against a control list, it's so hard. Like, when I played my black-green control, when I played against Full English Breakfast, it was like, I don't know, it was so easy to deal with survival. And Pernicious Deed was just, it's almost like Wrath of God. It's like one of those cards where it's like,
super
God.
You know? Hit everything they have.
Right.
Unless they have something big, which you won't let them get because you have Pernicious Deed.
So it makes me wonder, what is Full English Breakfast good against?
It's slide. Like, it's good against that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Just like things that don't interact with you that can't remove an enchantment. So, like, yeah.
But this like, Worldgorger list is, like, faster than Full English Breakfast, right? It feels like it's faster to me.
Well, yeah. I mean, it could be. I mean, one of the things about this format is that not all the decks have been in formats together before, you know?
Right, exactly. It's so, like, a pre-modern list is not amazing in middle school, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends. Like, Dark Ritual is like a card that you don't have.
Yeah, I mean, that card should be in this format, in my opinion. But it's hard to have that card and Necro in the same format.
But, like, you know, that's like another thing, too. Like, the ban list is different, right?
Right.
Breakfast.
Right, but no Force of Will, like, no damage on the stack is, I mean, that, I don't know. I feel like that ruined so many cards. It's like, when I read a pre-modern list and it has Mog Fanatic in it, I'm just like, oh, this is sad.
Yeah, well, it's what they got.
It's a sad Mog Fanatic.
I will say, I love Force of Will, though. I think that's pretty sweet.
I love Mog Fanatic.
I wonder what's going on. This is Ty's turn, I believe. He's trying to figure out. It looks like he's trying to figure out if he can.
Yeah, this is a bad point of the game for Ty, I think.
I'm gonna just hit a refresh on his screen. It looks like we're having a little bit of artifacting. Maybe not so bad.
Like, he's got to get through a couple different spells, and it's annoying.
Well, one of them isn't a spell. Like, you can't do anything. You can't force a
Right. But I'm just saying that, you know, even if he has interaction for the naturalized creature, it still does not help him in the long run.
You also probably don't even want to snap that. It's just a 2-for-1.
No, I
another defense. There you go. So this.
I mean, that could be a mind twist, you know.
Well, yeah, it's a couple things. One is that. If he can deal with this thing, or he had like double animate dead, which I don't think that works. No, you could animate dead in response to the Worldgorger, or in response to trigger animate dead sets.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Like, either way, you got to kill it at some point. You kind of want to.
No, you're right.
You can't give him infinite mana ever, right? So here's Frantic Search. He's at 6. Got Ambassador Laquatus to block.
It's been blocking.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, so he's not going to go to 2 the next turn. Absent, like, Andrew having removal. You got to deal with this disenchant guy.
I mean, this is a crappy situation to be in. Andrew's deck is doing work right now, and his deck is super weird, like I said.
I think this is a real deck, though. Isn't this just a deck that was played before Combo Survival?
I don't know, man. When I read the list, I just don't get it, but it's working right now. And if you're trying to play a survival deck that can interact with combo, I mean, this is the format for it, you know. There's so much combo.
Here, I found a forum post for this deck in Legacy.
What? Andrew's deck?
Yeah. It's got 4 Survival of the Fittest, 4 Tradewind Rider. Some other stuff that's better than you know that now existed. Or actually, it doesn't really. One Raffello slam or stuff like that. But yeah, there's no combo in any of these.
Yeah, no, I mean it's.
All right, we got fire to begin ripping Dance of the Dead. Which I'm going to say until someone gets it.
All right,
okay,
so
that resolves.
How's this going to go now?
Float. Oh, he can't float off the trigger. So now what do you want to do? He's got mana. I think he's got mana floating though that I think.
Yeah, but what the hell is going on?
He's gonna destroy the Dance of the Dead.
Yeah. So he loses everything or no?
No, everything comes back untapped.
Okay.
That trigger's still gonna resolve.
Okay.
He let him make it.
So does he have a permission spell here, right? Because the defense grids are gone.
Oh, maybe what happened is okay. So let me see if I can get this straight. Worldgorger Dragon comes into play.
So it's all out of play now. So he's trying to reanimate the Worldgorger Dragon. Wait, what? What happened?
I'm gonna just ask him.
I mean, obviously Ty won, but
no, Ty could have just. If Ty lost, he lost.
I think Ty won.
He has no permanence in play. So what happens is he gets Worldgorger Dragon, comes into play. The trigger goes on the stack to remove everything. Right. In response to that trigger, Andrew kills Dance of the Dead. Dance of the Dead dies. Worldgorger Dragon dies. The return to play trigger goes on the stack.
Why are they shuffling? Are we playing a game 4?
Then it resolves. Who won?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand what's happening. Well, are they posting on the Discord?
I'm asking them on Discord. Okay, but I think Andrew won. What do you say? What do you think? Or was it a?
I think Ty won. But they're shuffling. So
it was a draw. Okay. So here's what happens.
Oh my god!
The game was a draw.
I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm ready for this.
Okay, here's what happens. So Ty. Okay, he floats. Black and one other mana. Okay. So now here's what's happening. Ty has black and one other mana floating. All of his permanents are exiled, but he's got that floating. And he's got the extra Worldgorger Dragon in the graveyard. He brings that back in, and it draws the game. Because it's just a constant cycle.
No, but he had a mana leak in his hand, so the defense grids were gone. So he just mana leaks it.
And I think that's what Andrew was saying. In the chat, that he just forgot and let the draw happen.
Oh no! Okay, all right. Well,
once Dance of the Dead resolved, there's nothing Andrew can do to interrupt that.
Okay, I get that, but I was super confused because I just assumed that.
Well, I was trying to figure out too. I thought maybe what I missed was that. Either Ty scoop because we couldn't get it with that. I see that. Yes, he does draw the deck. Or does draw the game. So now we're going to game 4. Game 4.
What the hell is happening?
This is great. Okay, I'm gonna go over it one more time for everybody.
Okay, please do.
Okay, so if you're just joining us, we're going to game 4. Okay. What happened was that Andrew had a Nantuko Vigilante, which allows him to destroy a enchantment. Ty had 2 Worldgorger Dragons in the graveyard and 2 Dance of the Dead in his hand and enough mana to cast both of them. He brings the first Worldgorger Dragon back. The triggers go on the stack to remove everything. In response to that trigger, Andrew destroys Dance of the Dead. The Worldgorger Dragon leaves play. The leaves play trigger goes on the stack. The leaves play trigger goes on the stack. All of Ty's permanents are exiled, but because he had floating mana and an extra Worldgorger, he's able to cast his second Dance of the Dead, bring his Worldgorger Dragon back. That draws the game because it's an unstoppable loop. Because there's nothing else you can do about it because Ambassador Laquatus was in exile. I do care. They're talking about the echo. I can't fix it.
I can't fix it.
I can't find. There's only two active audio sources. There's only two active audio sources. Everything else is muted. I'm going to post this in Discord now so they stop yelling at
me. Come on. All right. So Tormod's Crypt and a Null. This is the way we drew it up. Dude, they're playing at a pace now where I feel like they're both a little bit tilted.
I bet.
Maybe I'm wrong. But I get that feeling where they're just like in hyper mode right now.
Ooh, what's that?
What the hell is that, Nate?
I think it's a
seal of cleansing.
Andrew's,
oh my god! I don't even know what that is.
Get a sticker, buddy. Stu's asking how.
I know the Discord's going crazy.
This is great. No, this is awesome. That is great, Magic. That is very heads up play by Ty, by the way. So remember, he could drop a game and not just scoop. Because they are.
I mean, it looks like it's working out for Andrew. I mean, he has sideboard cards and meddling mates now. Ty's bricking on land. You know, this is good. That was a timely annul, and obviously Tormod's Crypt is insane right now.
Yep, meddling mage. Sealed cleansing. Tormod's Crypt. That's pretty good. That's pretty strong.
So Animate Dead is the target again. Makes sense. Yeah, he's playing the old Hate Bear game, which is no fun to play against when you're playing combo deck.
I'm losing my mind about this Sealed cleansing. Let's see what set that's from.
I have no idea. I've never seen that before.
I had no idea it had been reprinted. That is in the Mystery Booster. Because of the Eternal Masters printing.
Right, it just gorges Worldgorger to hand size. So Andrew had game 3-1. And it's looking like this sideboard game is also good. Holy crap! This is double crypt. Yeah, this is not. I almost feel like this is a different situation where it's like, you know, the sideboards really are making the matchup lopsided in the other direction. You know, and we talked about that before. It's like it seemed like Andrew had a ton of cards that he was able to bring in for the matchup.
Yeah.
And like obviously Snap is insane for Ty, but like this is pretty impressive. Like if he goes 3-0 after board, after losing with game 1 with double Force of Will, counterspell, whatever hand. God, Ty's mana base is it's so painful.
Well, he's not trying to play a lot of turns.
No, I know, but it's just like you reach this point in the game where it's like all of a sudden you're like, shit, I can't even use my land or I'm gonna die. You know, it's so painful. He needs a reflecting pool, is what I'm trying to say.
Didn't I say this match was going to take an hour? It's like 45 minutes. They cheated by playing a fourth game.
Well, you can blame Andrew, right? Because Andrew.
I'm trying to think what he would have done. What was his plan? What could he have won?
He could have just mana leaked the Anime
he
Dead.
He could have not let the Worldgorger get into play.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's like so that all the permanents phase out. Defense grid is gone. He casts Dance of the Dead.
Oh yeah, okay,
mana
you're right.
leaks and then the game's over.
No, he just casts second Dance of the Dead, and the game's over again.
Yeah.
And then he mana leaks it, so. Well, he couldn't manually.
Yeah.
He was trying to go.
So he just missed it, but it doesn't look like it matters. He's going off this game. Like he's flexing more than he did in game 2 and game 3. Like this is crazy. He's got Seal of Cleansing and Tormod Crypt in play. He's got his survival in play. His opponent has got 7 life. Like this is an uphill battle that will be impressive if Ty is able to pull it off.
Quick and interesting note. Again, I'm looking at these of the Tradewind Rider Survival deck. This is from a thread on MTG Salvation. This was in 2007. Even by 2007, the only cards that they were playing in that deck that were not legal in
it's scooping.
The
scoop phase is coming.
Dual lands are Chrome Mox. And 3 Chrome Mox, 1 Galaxy, 3 Tarmogoyf. That's it. Everything else is just the same stuff.
Yeah, the creatures got better. And the rest stayed the same, right?
Not only by then, the creatures had gotten so much better by 2007. Anyway.
So what format? We're talking Legacy, or
this was Legacy? Deck.
Yeah.
It's garbage magic time. Magic garbage time.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I'm reading MTG Salvation stuff.
Dude, this is like an old-fashioned beat down from Andrew's side.
It's old-fashioned too, and he's only doing 2 a turn. He's gonna get this guy into play.
It doesn't matter. He's got everything else lined up. It's like an embarrassment of riches at this point for him. His board is nuts. His opponent has 7 life and a bunch of pain lands. But you know what? Maybe karma is real, and Andrew should have won game 3, but he missed it, and now since Andrew is such a good guy, he's going to win game 4.
Well, what's funny about that game 3 is I think Ty was on the play because Ty had won game 1.
Right.
So Ty was on the play in this game too.
There it is. Damn.
All right, there we go. That's our night. Stop yelling at me about the echo.
I have to admit, I am impressed by Andrew's deck. This mid-range blue list. I don't know. It wasn't doing anything for me, but it was very impressive right there.
Yeah, I thought. I'm also. You got to give him credit. One is that he didn't fall into the trap of I've got to survive. I'm gonna just do the most busted thing with it. He's like, I'm gonna just grind him out.
It's like good stuff, right?
And he stuck to that play. And he wasn't even tempted. I mean, we're telling you, Andrew's deck does not have any sort of weird sideboard combo or anything like that.
I don't know, but when you look at those cards he brought in, they're all really insane.
Just get a Massacre. His combo is just get a Morphling into play. You ever had a Morphling in play?
Right.
You have. But,
and how good would a Morphling have been, in the first match? But that's why I feel like the full English breakfast deck is a little slow, especially when there's decks like Ties, which is just hypersonic speed. I don't know. Both the matches were really awesome. I mean, I expected Standstill to win. I did not expect Andrew to win, but his sideboard was really good, so can't hate on it.
Oops.